Let's quickly deep dive into social media. But yes, before we jump into social media, this is one exciting image which I got it from Twitter and also shared by one of the participants in one of the training I did in India. This actually summarized the social media per se in my sense, right? It says basically everyone is angry on Twitter, happy on Facebook, successful on LinkedIn, artistic on Instagram, jobless on WhatsApp, and single on Tinder, right? So if you actually see in a smart way, this summarize what social media is all about, right? And obviously something which is missing here is TikTok. I'm sure somebody will come up with some idea, and there will be also the last after the Tinder, there will be something on TikTok too, right? So this technically for me very smartly summarize the overall social media, obviously from a different perspective. But let's understand social media from the audience and users, platforms, and the advertisers' perspective. So now social media has taken up the entire ecosystem in a very different way. So you post a message one place and it can easily get replicated and can go to a complete different level in just a second. That's how the social media has changed the entire globe, right? So now let's jump into what is social media management, what is SMM. In a very simple way, I know all of you guys really know what is social media management. It's using social media platform to reach out to people, to create awareness and promote your product, right? You want to make sure the way you do display advertising, search advertising, same way you're doing social media advertising or management, right? The main advantage is the ability of the people to share the information and circulate it among the network, who then share it further. This is the part of organic media. Let people see it, it got circulated, and more people will share it further, right? Thus indirectly the potential audience increases exponentially. This is something, the power of social media. This is something which is very, very critical when it comes to social media. If you really play it around smartly, trust me guys, you can get good amount of organic media. I've seen even a lot of Instagram creators, YouTube creators make crazy amount of money by just putting out the content, and the virality just catches in, and that's how they make crazy amount of money, and they keep making those kind of videos, and it's like a snowball effect, right? So once you grow to a certain level and you keep producing good content, it's just going to keep growing, right? So that is the advantage of the social media. So now let's understand, how can a business implement a social media strategy? Any business, be it big or small, how can they implement a social media strategy? Very simple. They need to keep these 5 pointers or the stages in mind. Any business, be it big or small, needs to go through these 5 pointers because it will help them to get that kind of output or ROI they're looking from social media, right? So first is obviously establish goal. You need to identify what is your goal to advertise on social media. Why you want to advertise on Facebook, why you want to advertise on Twitter, Instagram, various other, YouTube, Pinterest, why you want to advertise on those platforms, right? So first, very critical, establish your goal. Once you establish your goal and start running your campaign based on the goal, you need to listen to your audience, right? Listen to your audience, what exactly they are talking, what they are liking, what they're commenting. All those information is going to be very critical, and then build around that. So once you take this information, start making sure that you start implementing those in your ads, right? So you create those kind of creative which really resonates well with your users. And then very important is you engage with them. If somebody is replying to it or commenting or liking it or something, it is important you engage with your users. You make creative which engages the users, right? It should be such interesting that user feels that, oh, let me click on it and see what exactly is happening. And that's how you need to create that kind of image or a creative. And then once you do all those things, you analyze and you optimize. You analyze your output, you see how many people are clicking on it, how many people are engaging, how many people are coming onto a site, are they converting. If you understand all those things over a period of time, obviously you can take those learning and optimize on your campaign. So it's not like you run a campaign and like a print or a TV, then nothing can be done. But the best part about anything on digital is you always have time to analyze and optimize and use those learnings into the future or even the day's campaign, right? So today I take the learning, I pull the reports of my social media, I see what has really worked, what has not worked, what kind of creative has worked, Based on that, I can make changes and I can run tomorrow's campaign based on that, right? So that's how you optimize and analyze the campaign.